Picture a millionaire. Mansion, sports car, maybe a jet. You're picturing the wrong person. The actual average millionaire drives a 12-year-old Honda, lives in a normal house on a normal street, possibly yours. There are 24.5 million millionaire households in America right now, almost 1 in 10, and you've probably walked past a dozen of them today. None of them looked rich. That's not a coincidence. That's the finding. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact formula for whether you're on track to be one. It takes 10 seconds to calculate. Stick around for it. This isn't a guess. It's 30 years of research. 1996.
2 researchers, 500 actual millionaires surveyed. The book, The Millionaire Next Door. It shattered the image everyone had in their head. Real millionaires weren't flashy. They were the opposite. Ford trucks, not Ferraris. Middle-class suburbs, not gated estates. Regular stores, not designer boutiques. 30 years later, the finding still holds up remarkably well. So who are these people, actually? The average millionaire today is around 50 years old. Not a tech founder, not a celebrity, often just a Gen Xer. Median income, around $130,000. Good money, not lottery money. Over 90% own stocks, directly or through retirement accounts. Most own their home outright, or close to it. Here's the detail that surprises people most. Higher education past a certain point is not correlated with more wealth. Sometimes it's the opposite. The pressure to look successful quietly outspends the income that comes with it. So what's actually happening here? It's not about how much comes in. It's about the gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend. A high income with a high status lifestyle can close that gap to nothing. A modest income with modest spending can leave that gap wide open. Wide open year after year is where wealth actually gets built. Nobody sees the gap. Everybody sees the car. So the car became the story. The gap stayed invisible. The research just made the invisible thing visible. Here's the part I promised you, the actual formula. Multiply your age by your pre-tax income. Divide by 10. That's roughly what your net worth should be for your age and income. Example, 40 years old, $100,000 a year. 40 times 100,000 divided by 10. 400,000. That's your expected net worth, on track. Land at double that or more, you're what the research calls a prodigious accumulator. Land under half that, you're an underaccumulator. Pause the video right now and do your own number, genuinely. It takes 10 seconds and it will tell you more than any budgeting app. So why does this catch people off guard every single time? Because we don't see net worth. We see spending. A car is visible in a driveway. A brokerage account is not. Your brain fills the gap with the only evidence it actually has. Visible spending becomes the whole picture by default. It's not a stupid mistake. It's the only data anyone's showing you. Nobody posts their retirement account balance. Everyone posts the vacation. So the sample you're building your assumptions on was never representative. Now, I have to be honest about the limits of this research too. Problem 1, survivorship bias. The study surveyed people who became millionaires. It didn't survey people who lived identically and never got there. Some of this might be habits. Some might just be luck that habits get credit for. Problem 2, the sample skewed heavily toward one generation. Boomers who bought homes when they were actually affordable. Pensions existed. College cost a fraction of today's price. The exact same habits today face a structurally different playing field. Problem 3, even boring has gotten expensive. A basic family SUV now runs close to $50,000. The modest choice and the flashy choice aren't as far apart as they used to be. So take the findings seriously. Just not as a guarantee. Even with all of that, the core lesson survives intact. The gap between earning and spending is still what actually compounds. That part isn't a 1990s artifact. That part is just math. The environment changed, the mechanism underneath it didn't. Widen your gap, whatever your income actually is, and time does the rest. That's the one piece worth keeping, caveats and all. So how do you actually widen your own gap? A few real moves. Quick pause. If that formula surprised you, a like helps this reach someone else. The fixes. Fix 1, track your gap, not just your spending. Income minus expenses. One number, check it monthly. Fix 2, let your net worth be invisible to everyone but you. You don't owe anyone a visible signal of how you're doing. Fix 3, automate the gap before you can spend it. Move the difference the day it arrives, not whatever's left at month's end. Fix 4, run your own number again every year.
age changes, income changes, the formula should get rerun, not just calculated once. Fix 5, judge decisions by the gap they create, not the image they create. A car doesn't have to look like anything. It has to leave room behind it. Here's the reframe to walk away with. Wealth was never about the number people can see. It's about the number nobody can see, growing quietly in the background. The Honda in the driveway was never the point. The gap behind it was. You already did the math earlier in this video. That number is more useful than almost anything else you'll calculate this year. Keep widening the gap. Let everyone else keep watching the car. That's genuinely the whole video. Everything else was just why it's true. And that's what real millionaires actually look like. Boring, on purpose, and quietly ahead. If your number surprised you in either direction, same reaction most people have. Genuinely. That's the whole reason this channel exists. Real research on the money habits and numbers we rarely actually look at. So thank you for being here and for watching this whole thing. If you're new, this is Brain Vault. One study, one money behavior every single week. No shame, no guilt tripping, no course to sell you at the end. Just the why behind what your brain already does. If that's useful, hit subscribe. Costs nothing. It's the entire reason more of these get made. A like helps too. It's the biggest signal this was worth watching. Now, I want to hear your number. Prodigious accumulator, on track, or under accumulator. No judgment. I'm not telling you mine either. Drop it in the comments, or just say how it felt to calculate. I read every single one, and I reply to most of them. If a friend of yours needs to see this formula, send it their way. It's more useful than it has any right to be. Seriously, thank you for spending this time here. I've got another one of these ready next week. Same channel, same day. Until then, widen the gap. Let the car stay boring. Thanks for watching all the way through. That means a lot. See you in the next one. Take care of the number nobody else can see. That's the one that actually counts.